Russia drilled the deepest man-made hole on Earth, but they were forced to abandon it after what they heard at the bottom left scientists shaking. Because when drilling began in 1971, their goal was to drill further into the Earth's crust than anyone has ever been. But despite achieving this after just 9 years, they continued drilling for another 10 years, when they started discovering things that shouldn't even exist, even finding signs of life which scientists say should be impossible. But none of this compares to what they heard at the bottom. Because after 20 years of digging, when they lowered a heat-resistant microphone into the hole, researchers heard what they could only describe as thousands of voices screaming in agony, and it was so disturbing that it caused almost every worker to quit on the spot, causing the project to be abandoned almost immediately. Throwback to when this random college professor decided to install a double-sided bench at his local park as a prank, but accidentally became a legend for it. So back in 2006, a sculpture professor named Matthew Hinkman was walking around a park in Boston when he suddenly got this random idea for a double-sided mirrored bench, something that could look like a kayak, a canoe, or even a cradle. So, since Matthew thought it'd be an awesome artistic statement and prank, he built the bench himself, welded the frame, and quietly installed it early one morning right beside the real ones. A week later, city officials noticed and assumed it was one of their projects, until they realized it wasn't. They took it down, but the head of the parks department actually loved it so much that he put it back up as an art piece. It became so popular that the city made it permanent. And now that one illegal bench has inspired video games, tattoos, and even engagement photos. These are insane things your parents do that are actually illegal. First, if your parents force you to delete your social media accounts, that violates your digital rights and free speech, and in some states, they could face up to 2 years in prison. Next, if your parents threaten to kick you out of your house and you're a minor, that is considered child abandonment, and they could face up to 15 years in prison. Finally, if your parents sell something that belongs to you without your consent, that is considered theft and unauthorized transfer of personal property, and can result in up to 4 years in prison.